No.
Oh, that is so sweet. Do you want to get Jeremy on the radio and just okay, Jeremy? Why don't you intern staff all of your radio things that we hardly taught you? We're going to let you just take over for the next minute.
Wow.
Oh yes, Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thank you, buddy.
And for the food, oh my gosh, you fed us today these delicious burgers.
So
you're feeding our intern Steph and Nick out there.
Jeremy, let's talk about those burgers really quick because I didn't know you made those at Eldon's. So what were they seasoned with again? Could you just take us through and how if I went to the meat plate, if I come to Eldon's, how do I ask for these burgers? Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Wow.
Jeremy, I stand. These are some of the best burgers I've ever had.
They're delicious.
I'm not even kidding. I looked at Amy and I go, "Are you going to eat all that?" And she goes, "Well, no. I mean, I was thinking about it, and I had that thing."
Well, good for you. You got to take advantage of that when you can get it. Yeah, no, they're fabulous. Hey, when you use good ingredients.
Awesome. Well, no, honestly, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for giving us the location at 3rd and Nokomis. And once again, thank you for the donation. On behalf of everybody at Eldon's Fresh Foods, we hope you have a Merry Christmas and thanks for your dedication to making this community and our counties a better place to live. Awesome. There you go. All right, Steph, I kind of took your glory. Sorry. I wanted to talk about burgers, man. Does Jeremy still smell like charcoal? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Do you want to switch places? I'll come out to the deer stand for the last few hours if you want to hang out with Amy. Who doesn't? All right. Well, the Love Fest will continue here on our Hubbard radio stations in Alexandria and Wadena.
We got CJ still at Perham Stockyards. Speaking of burgers, here they're great there.
Yeah, they're great there. I mean, really, it's really hard to screw up a burger, and I'm really glad that everybody knows how to do it right.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on at Perham Stockyards?
Well, right now, just to give you an update, we got a $200 donation from Mitch Bartle of the Perham and Tri-County Stockyards chipping in. So we are keeping it rolling here at our stop. I'll be here until 2 o'clock. We're hanging out. I'm with Natalie here with Otter Tail County, and we are hanging out. We are just trying to get things going. I'll be here until 2 o'clock, so come say hi over at the Perham Stockyards.
CJ, I don't mean to put you or Natalie on the spot, but could Natalie tell us, maybe since she's representing, Otter Tail County, like what, could you ask her a few questions about what this day means to her and where this money goes and what they do with it?
Yeah, Natalie, why don't you just tell us quick about some of the things you do and where that money goes?
I work for Otter Tail County. I do case management, so that is working with parents and kids throughout sometimes the most difficult time in their life, just to get their families stronger so they can be better fit all around. So some of these funds that are brought in through Otter Tail County will help us support parents in parenting classes, and we contract with a lot of local agencies to work with parents to strengthen some of those skills. A lot of times going into their home, which is great. And then we also help transportation, sometimes gift cards for grocery stores and things like that, because finances can be tough on families at times, especially in today's world.
And you know what, Natalie, you bring up a really good point. Somebody brought it up earlier, and I can't remember, what county it was from, but it was a person just like you doing all the great work behind the scenes. And I want to just say thank you for that. But they were talking about that, sometimes it's about appointments getting to maybe a mental health appointment that they don't have gas money for or whatever. And that's where some of these funds come in, and it does take a lot of those funds for these people to continue to do what they need to do to be better.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people think that when family has child protection involved, it's because of bad parenting, and I wouldn't sum it up as that. I think it's because of the lack of support that a family is experiencing. So yes, all these funds are going to go towards services and resources to help families get stronger, so they can thrive and we can keep kids in their home because that's where they belong.
Well, you know what? We love that. And you know what? We've heard that theme a couple of different times today, that it's not that you want to take kids away. It's we want to give kids the resources and the parents the
Make
resources.
families stronger and healthy
stronger.
and safe.
So, thank you, Natalie, for everything you're doing. And we appreciate you being at Perham Stockyards with CJ.
Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Natalie.
CJ, keep up the great work there, man. And give Mitch a big old fist bump from us, will you?
All right, I will.
All right, that is CJ live at Perham Stockyards. People just doing all sorts of great work behind the scenes. And
I
love
know.
it.
It's so awesome. And really, like we've talked about the planning up until this day, collaborating with the counties and their volunteers, like everybody is so excited to be part of it and passionate to get funds so they can help more and more families and kids. I think we should go to intern Steph. I think
Okay.
She had an update for us at the deer stand at Eldon's.
Yes! And Steph, you have to pitch in another 500 because it's Carlos, not Carlos. that's an Alexandria area joke. Yeah, it's okay.
But that is how it's pronounced if you're a local, Carlos.
If you're a local, it's Carlos, and if you're from Alexandria, like if you were born and raised here, you say I'm from Alec, not Alex. So we can always kind of tell who the vagrants are.
And we sound like we're pros and we've been here only 6 years.
Yeah. But that's awesome, Steph. I know they give every year. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again,
These Lions clubs, the fire departments, it's just awesome. American Legions, the Elks, so great, so giving.
Steph, you've been with us now a little over, it's going on 7 hours or coming up on 7 hours. You've done a lot of this stuff with us in the past. How does this feel a little bit different than some of the other things we've raised money for? Like, how are you feeling internally right now? Yeah.
And they only get one childhood.
Yeah.
They get one childhood, and you get, and it is daunting to think of that as a parent. Like, you aren't going to be perfect, but you do only get one shot to raise that kid. So when you make a mistake, maybe reach out and find out how to not do that anymore.
And let's not have the assumption that any of us are going to be perfect, because it's going to be far from it, right? But can we do the right thing, and can we continue to I just had a friend of mine share this with me, and I want to share this with you, Amy, because I think it's a very powerful quote. And this would go into talking Steph, like what you're talking about. But I had a great friend of mine, Mitch, send me this, and he said, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. Mark Twain. And
that's
think
great.
about those words again. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. And I think if we can chase after that continuous improvement, we have a better world that we're living in.
Yep.
And that's all we're doing here today is raising money for the services behind the scenes that want to help end and eradicate child abuse of any kind, whether it's physical or mental or whatever it is. And it's not always just the physical or the mental abuse. It's just sometimes
a lot of it is neglect.
Yeah. It's
and maybe they're so focused on other stresses in their life, that.
Do you know how many times I've heard a story? Corey, I'd like you to jump in here because you and I, we're sports fans, big sports fans. And I just watched a story the other day on College Game Day on the Countdown. And they were talking about this athlete, and I will not remember what athlete it was, but it was from a very prominent football program. And he was saying how his mom would have to take a train at 5 a.m. to go into work, come home just in time to get dinner prepared, and then go back to work until 11 o'clock at night, and did that for his entire childhood. There were plenty of times that he was neglected, but it was all because she had to do what she had to do to put money and food on the table. So that's kind of what we're talking about. When the resources aren't there, it's not just physical or mental abuse or the things that we think of when we hear child abuse. It could be something like that where there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couple that with energy bills going up, and maybe you're heating your home with propane, and those bills don't get any smaller. It's a double job. It's losing a job. It's losing hours, losing your shift. It's problems with your car. It's not. We're not here to say you're not doing everything that you can. What we're here to say is you keep doing everything that you can. And there are things out there that are able to help you. I loved having Natalie on, Matt and Amy, TJ, because she highlighted some of those things. I've seen some other programs and in conversations I've had in the past that I think are really neat and worth highlighting, kind of above and beyond what we talked about. One of the things that these organizations will do is they'll help you set up like supervised safe child exchanges. If you're divorced or if you're separated from your partner and you're just wondering where can I do this safely for myself, for my kids, for my partners, whatever, you can do that at their offices, at their buildings. They'll help you organize those safe exchanges of kids when custody is a conversation. There's also, we've talked about the schools, right? Where are your kids when they're not at home? They're at school. They spend a lot of their day at school. These organizations collaborate with these schools to make sure those transitions, to make sure school is a safe place for them and how they can get back and forth from home, different homes. Maybe they're they don't have a permanent address. Maybe they are homeless. How do they get to where they need to be? These organizations are all working together, and it's not because you're not doing everything you can.
Yeah.
Probably are, but if that's not quite enough, there's opportunities for help that exist.
Wow. You hit every nail on the head there, and I think that is just such a great point of view. So thank you for that, Corey. Thanks for all the incredible work you're doing there in Wadena and making your community better and our county stronger. Because I know you and Zeke and CJ and Kyle are doing some amazing work up there, and just having Hubbard Radio give us this platform. And it's not, Corey, you know this, you know our boss better than I do. This isn't even a conversation. This is what you are expected to do. Not that we get to do. It is expected to do it, and we couldn't be prouder of that.
Yeah. Yeah, they let us, they don't say, oh, do this. Now we wrap our arms around it and go, how can we make it bigger? How can we make it better? How can we help more people? I mean, we have recently talked to the director of the Outreach Food Shelf here in Alexandria. And, Corey was just talking about maybe they're homeless. We found out last year during Radiothon, there is so many more kids and people in our local area that do not have a permanent residence or are food insecure than you would ever imagine.
And you just say in the richest country in the world, how is it that way? We've heard
and all of that, how does that lead to abuse? That all leads to abuse because of the stress.
Absolutely.
like you said, just trying to put the food on the table or keep a roof over their head.
100%. Let's give out those numbers, Amy. Let's get the telephone ringing. Terry is standing by at our front desk, and let's get some pledges going. We know that this can be a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a slow time in our donation days, but if we can keep up our pace, we know that we'll end strong as well.
Yeah, so if you want to call, you can call 320-762-2154. Tara will be happy to talk to you. You can also text and get the link right to your phone, pledge or donate immediately. And that is 320-763-5458. The word you want to text is stand, as we take a stand against child abuse.
All right, Corey, we're going to take our 150 break here, bud. We will come back and we'll do a reset. And of course, we'll get a brand new total after 2 o'clock of where we sit today with our Radiothon and child abuse. You are listening to our Hubbard radio stations in Alexandria and Wadena, K106, the Superstation, Cool 94.3 and 100.7 Kick FM.
Products has been crafting custom cabinets with unmatched craftsmanship and care, specializing in designs tailored to your needs. At Swedberg Wood Products, better doesn't mean it costs more. It's simply means it's better. SwedbergWood.com in Alexandria.
Do you need some Tylenol?
It's the lowest price of the season at 651 Carpets Plus. That's right. With massive amounts of flooring and countertop inventory ordered and ready to go, they're offering deals like never before, just in time to get your home ready for the holiday parties. Or maybe give yourself and your family the ultimate Christmas gift. Brand new flooring for your home or business. Free in-home estimates are limited, so don't wait. Now to grab the appointment time that works best for you. And here's the best part. With this much inventory in stock, 651 Carpets Plus can install your new floors as soon as the next day. Save big on competitors and see why 651 Carpets Plus is Minnesota and Western Wisconsin's favorite flooring and countertop provider. So what are you waiting for? Call 651 Carpets. That's 651-227-7387. Or visit 651carpets.com to schedule your free in-home consultation today.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 Brake Pads Select rotors. Upgrade to Brake Pads Select pads for just $10 more. Or upgrade to Brake Pads Select Pro or import direct pads for just $20 more. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is Don, Commodities Manager with Bushmills Ethanol and Atwater. Bushmills is excited to offer live customer information via an app on your phone or computer. Scale tickets, grades, contracts, and settlements are available for immediate viewing 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. New offers can be placed in contracts made anytime, day or night. Current customers or new customers, please call 888-287-4645 and make sure we have you set up correctly to use the Bushmills app. Bushmills Ethanol and Atwater, agriculture fuels.
Tis the season to give thanks and appreciate those around us. Hello,
I gave you children.
Okay, that's the fourth best thing that I've ever gotten from somebody.
Continue to entrust us with your banking needs. It's a joy serving you, watching your families grow, and building relationships with you. May the new year bring prosperity, happiness, and new opportunities.
We got to get back to work. I love it. Thank you. Thanks, Terry.
And Happy New Year. You can bank on us, member FDIC.
I love it.
Hey everyone, it's Steph, Marketing Manager at Martha Chevrolet Glenwood.
Oh, this is my favorite thing I've ever seen.
Steph said Nick is getting ready to leave, so
every new 3/4 ton and 1 ton, plus employee pricing on all new 26 Equinox models or lease an LT all-wheel drive for just $399 a month. And mark your calendars for January 24th. Martha is Fishing for Nonprofits fundraiser. Visit our Facebook page or GlenwoodChevy.com for all the details. And happy holidays from Martha Chevrolet Glenwood. Together, let's drive.
She said Nick's getting ready to leave, so if we want to get him on one more time.
Let's do it.
From start to finish, our Console Realty agent was amazing.
I'm charged
Very
up.
honest up front. From offer to closing, they were always available and answered all questions promptly.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but when I saw what that was, I was like, you gotta meet him.
Thank you. That's awesome. So he donates every year?
Well, I don't know about every year, but he came in to donate and he said, this is the gift for Matt. From one Bears fan to another. And I was like, what's wrong with you?
He was dropped on his head too.
I know. And he grew up in Eagle Bend. Go figure.
We're everywhere, Terry. You can't escape. You can't escape us.
What's his name?
Huh?
What's his name?
What's his name again?
He's your age, and that's why. He was 10 years old that year.
What's his name?
Roger Burkness. I did put him on the thing.
Okay, yep. That's who it is.
Just 10% down. Hold your pontoon for spring delivery. Resort is Marine and Outdoors, just west of
He's a racer.
County 82.
Huh?
He's a racer at Viking Speedway because he's challenging other racers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do we have any more of those that we could go over? Let's go. I want you to go live to Steph. Okay? I want you to go live to Steph.
They're on call 24/7 because they know no one should be left out in the cold. From heating and cooling to plumbing service and installation, Trisco delivers hometown care and dependable results every time. Visit TriscoHeatingandPlumbing.com.
Do you?
Craving Dairy Queen but don't want to leave your house? No problem. Your favorite blizzards, burgers, and meal baskets are just a tap away with DoorDash and Uber Eats. Order now and get the DQ deliciousness delivered straight to your door. Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Alexandria. They make happy happen.
100.7 Kick FM, Superstation K106, and Cool 94.3. We are live and local with our Radiothon to end child abuse. I don't know, 30 plus years in the making.
Yeah, it's
And,
pretty awesome.
We will get you an update on money coming up right after the 2 o'clock top of the hour. We have all of our elves all around central Minnesota right now. CJ is at Perham Stockyards in Perham, so if you want to drop off a donation there. Intern Steph is at Eldon's, and I think that's where we're going to go, right, Amy?
Yeah, we're going to talk to Steph and Nick one more time. Nick is from Family Wise. I don't know, Nick, is there anything else that we haven't covered that, you know, Family Wise is really passionate about or in need of from people? Safety, stability. I mean, they seem so simple, but they are hard for a lot of people. So thank you so much for all the support that you're giving these families and the work that you do every day, Nick. Okay. Uh-huh. Happy birthday. Yeah, December birthdays unite. So challenge to donate if you're a December baby. I love it. The pledge link will come to you, by the way, if you text the word stand to 320-763-5458. Shout out to
Nick.
December babies who always get, you know, half of the present for their birthday and half for Christmas.
Listen.
Always.
Nick. Yeah,
Yes.
Well, we have a daughter that's going to be celebrating her 19th in 5 days, and Amy celebrates, Nick, her big 5-0 coming up in 10 days from right now.
So if you're old, I'm ancient.
Hey, Nick, you're 40. I just went through my first colonoscopy this week, so welcome to the club in 10 years.
I will say, when I turned 40, our kids were like, "You're almost 50," and they said that to me for the entire decade. So I get that to look forward to. But it did go fast. So my 40s were kind of my favorite. So enjoy it. It's great. Yeah.
All right, so let's do a little happy birthday for Nick. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you.
We hope you get some tonight.
Oh.
All right,
Okay.
I'm getting ready with the bell. Corey, are you getting ready with the bell?
I'm ready.
Woo! so much. Love those things coming in. Steph is hanging out right in that deer stand from Prairie Archery on the corner of the parking lot at Eldon's Fresh Foods.
And Nick, thank you again for all your work and your commitment to making our communities and working with Family Wise. You are you're a bright light in sometimes a dull sky. Yeah, that's great. I love that.
I love it.
All right, we're just before the top of the hour here. It's 1:59 with Matt and Amy and Corey Tackman live on Kick FM and the Superstation K106 and, of course, Cool 94.3.
And CJ's just about done at Perham Stockyards.
Yeah,
Yep.
CJ, do we want to do a quick update with you, buddy, before you head out? I don't know if you have to go somewhere else after this.
No, I think this is my last kind of stop of the day. I know Corey's going to hit the road after me and head to a couple places throughout the afternoon, but this is kind of my tours wrapping up. Just again, to give an update here, we've had a total of $700 raised in the total hour here at the Perham and Stockyards. Perham. So it's been a great hour. We appreciate everybody who donated, and let's just keep this thing going throughout the rest of the day. This has been awesome, guys.
That is awesome. $700. And you think about that, that gets added to what Perham Stockyards donated to have him there, because everything that they paid us is going to Radiothon.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
So awesome job. Thank you to Mitch and the gang at Perham Stockyards. CJ, safe driving. Okay, buddy?
All right. See you guys later. Let's keep it going.
Corey, you're a Minnesota Wild fan, are you not?
Sure. Yes, of course.
What do you think of the Wild's goalie's new nickname? Have you heard it?
The Wall of St. Paul?
Well, that's one of them, but I don't know if you've heard this one. The Swedish Meat Wall.
Oh, yes, I have heard that one. I love it.
Isn't that a good nickname?
It reminds me of Meatwad from Cartoon Network. You know what I'm talking about?
Know what you're talking about. So the Swedish Meat Wall, I know the Wild didn't win last night. They lost 4-1 to Calgary, but they have been playing some of the best hockey, and I think actually playing the best hockey, and beat the Colorado Avalanche, who were the best team in the NHL as of last weekend. They only had one loss until they met up with the Minnesota Wild. You might be asking, Corey, and I want you to ask this question, why are we talking about the Minnesota Wild, Matt?
Matt, I had a question come up here. I was just, as you were talking about that, I'm wondering, why are we talking about the Minnesota Wild here?
Well, I called in a favor. So I've got a really good friend of mine that I've been talking with the Minnesota Wild. His name is Aiden, and he's helping us work on some tickets, for 2026 and things like that. And I just said hey, Aiden, do you think I could get some tickets to an upcoming Wild game that I could use for our Radiothon to end child abuse? He said, absolutely. You just want lower level tickets? And I said, that would work fine. He said, all right, I've got 2 tickets to the Wild game on December 11th. Will that work? And I said, that works fine. He goes, all right, I'll send you 2 tickets to the Wild. So here's what we're going to do, Corey. Okay. I want you to come up with a number, and the number does not have to be astronomical. Here's what I want. I want a lot of people to be able to do this. So let's pick a number that if you pledge or donate in the 2:00 hour, we're going to put you and you only in to win these Wild tickets. Now, I want to apologize for anybody that has donated up until this point. It's going to be really hard for us to put you into that drawing. So I just want to apologize on that. This just came to us within the last 10 minutes. So this opportunity to go to a Minnesota Wild game at Grand Casino Arena is for people from now, 2:03 in the afternoon, until 3:00 when we'll hit our closing bell. Anybody that donates or pledges how much money, Corey?
Well, we still we had like a $200 pledge challenge issued out, right, for someone to then donate $200 themselves.
Yeah.
Are we closing? We must be getting close to that. Maybe we can double dip here. Does the number need to be $200?
You guys tell me, Amy, what are your thoughts on that? Do we want it to be a $200 donation, or would you like to see that lowered?
I think I would go with 100.
Okay, $100. Corey, does that sound good to you if we're all in agreement?
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful.
Okay, so if you would pledge $100, and that pledge means...
Or more.
Yep, $100 or more right now. We're going to put you into a drawing for these tickets for December 11th, all right, at Grand Casino Arena. And I just want to say thanks to the Minnesota Wild, who you know what? one of the best organizations and we have great organizations. I'm not here to dog on the Twins or the Vikings or the Timberwolves, but I love the Wild, and I just love, and it might be because I was a hockey dad, Corey. Now, you have to remember, I was Mr. Hustle in basketball, and that was the only reason I got playing time is because I was the guy that would, hustle. I was just not very good. But there's something about the Wild and living in Minnesota that I think there's a deeper connection for me.
It's the state of hockey for a reason, and it's the winter is more fun when the Wild are good.
Absolutely right. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab a phone call here. Good afternoon. Oh, whoa, I waited too long. They hung up on me. Anyway, if you have any questions, 320-763-5458, that will ring into their studio where you can hang up on me just like that person did. You can also text that number, 320-763-5458, and text in the word stand if you want to get yourself a donation pledge form from FamilyWise where you can, like I said, pledge to pay later or donate now, and you'll be in to win those Minnesota Wild tickets. You
Pretty
can also
amazing.
Call right now, 320-762-2154. And once again, just thank you to the Minnesota Wild for giving us this opportunity to raise some money.
Yeah.
And you get to go and watch the Great Swedish Meat Wall.
The Swedish Meat Wall.
Or the Wall of St. Paul. Which one do you like better, Corey?
I mean, the Swedish Meat Wall is significantly more funny. It doesn't feel as well as the Wall of St. Paul.
The Wall of St. Paul is cool, though, too. So get those pledges going. All right, we got Steve Zastro Flooring. Zastro Flooring pledges $100. There we go. All right, Steve, you're going to be in to win those Minnesota Wild tickets. You know what? This person that just sent in, you're a minute late. I'm going to put you into the drawing. They just pledged a minute before that.
Okay.
Amy, and I'm going to put them in. And they said, of course, I just sent in and missed a wild chance. Well, we are going to put you in because I think that's the fair thing to do. You shouldn't have missed it by a minute. Like I said, I just got this text message from the Wild minutes ago, like in the last 10 minutes. So I do want to apologize for anybody that might have donated earlier that was like, oh gosh, I would really like to go to a Wild game. Just say thank you to yourself for helping us out. We're on a really good clip right now to exceed the $55,000 that we want to donate to FamilyWise today.
Well, continuing the effort to come to you if you are in other areas of these counties that we're serving, we've got Trent Lane that is at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby. So if you're in that area, he'd love for you to swing by.
All right,
and
he's available? All right, Trent, you take it away, buddy. You know what to do. This is
I
your
think
time.
so. He was in here.
Hi there. Can you?
We can hear you, buddy.
Me?
You're kind of cutting out.
Yeah. Give us a telephone call there, Trent, because I don't know, we must have a Wi-Fi connection problem or whatever, but he's going to be standing by at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby, getting all the way out to the far reaches of Otter Tail County, where we will come to you. Now, can the town of Ashby show up and drop off some money and pledge to help us erase this thing we know is child abuse? That's what we're doing, is our radiothon to end child abuse. We have 5 hours left in our broadcast.
Do you want to do a money update anytime soon?
We will do a money update, but let me would you, Amy, are you running the show? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yes, always.
That's okay. Yeah, you're at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby, are you not? Yeah, Trent, why don't you just take a couple of minutes and talk to both of your guests and talk about what this means and what they do behind the scenes to help us and all the resources that are available for people in Otter Tail County. Could you do that for us? I know this is your time. 2 to 7 is usually the Trent Lane Show here on Kick FM. So we're gonna turn it over to you for the next minute or two, Trent. If you would just talk to the lovely people that you have there at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby. All right, there you go, Trent Lane. Great job. Look at those interview skills, man. And he had a couple of pros talking to him at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby. Corey, intern Steph, you guys ready for a little money update?
Let's do it.
Money, 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 money. All right, Amy.
Our grand total so far, $35,872.
Yes.
That means we're still on that.
We're in the hunt.
You guys, intern Steph, I just got goosebumps. No, I did, because we've never been on a $5,000 an hour pace this late in the day. It usually falls off right around noon, 1 o'clock, and then we get a surge sometime around 3 or 4.
Yeah, when everybody is off of school and work and stuff like that, which makes sense.
All right.
But
so
we're keeping it going.
All right. So if you want to, and you're driving by intern Steph, 3rd and Nokomis, give her a honk. It startles her. She said she nearly peed herself earlier today when a semi did that. If you're in the Ashby area, Trent Lane is going to be at Lakeside Lumber until 3 o'clock. And we have this Minnesota Wild Challenge.
Yeah.
I got a pair of tickets from the Minnesota Wild, lower level tickets, to the December 11th game. I haven't even looked to see who they're playing, but we're saying anybody that donates $100 or more in this hour up until 3 o'clock will either pledge or donate, will go in to win those Minnesota Wild tickets to go watch them at Grand Casino Arena, which I think is a really cool thing.
It is a really cool prize. That's awesome.
Are we ready with Becky?
Hey.
Come on, girl. Don't act all shy.
My first time here.
You're one of those, people. It was really funny because I saw you at a stoplight about a week ago, and I was
very serious.
I was waving at you, and you were just like zoned ahead, and you're like, I think you saw me out of your peripheral, but you were like, I don't want to look at this weirdo waving at me right now.
It's actually really funny you say that, because I have a lot of people comment about my facial expressions while I'm driving. I don't mean to be so intense, right? And most of the time it's because it's my thinking time.
Yeah.
Checking things off the list, but I generally look unfriendly. Yes. And I'm sorry about that.
By the way, you did not look unfriendly. I was just saying, like, you were
just in the zone.
You were like, I'm not, and then I think, like I said, there's sometimes when there's a weird person next to you, or if they're singing along, like, if I make eye contact, now I've got to be like, I have to address them. I just think you were scared to address me. But Becky Schmitz from Viking Land Community Support, Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you so much. I love coming and visiting with you guys.
We love it too.
I know, this is great.
I mean, because we can keep saying like, oh, hey, donate money. And there's so many people that are going to help families. And yet you're doing that work all the time. And so we would love to know more about the ins and outs of what you do and the results you see from it.
Awesome. I would love to share that.
Yeah. Viking Land Community Support
You
Program.
can.
Tell people.
Yeah, we're live, baby. Becky, we are.
Can I say something pretty cool?
We're not in your car anymore.
Okay,
We're live.
I can just go.
You can go.
Okay. So I have to share this. So NAMI is an organization that's federally, but each state has a chapter, and it stands for National Alliance for Mental Illness. And so Viking Land CSP got selected as Provider of the Year this year for the state of Minnesota.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is really great to be recognized for your efforts. And
Yeah.
So, as a small nonprofit, now down to 8.5 staff, we serve 150 consumers in Douglas County.
Wow.
Yes, we're very busy, and unfortunately, at this point, we have a wait list, and that's one of the kind of barriers in our area is just limited resources. We try to get them in as quickly as we can, and so we provide community mental health supports every day. And we also have the drop-in center, which is open Monday through Saturday. You can stop in and hang out. They're down there right now and have a cup of coffee and just have a nice, safe, warm place to go.
All right, that's awesome. You know what? You guys are doing some great work. Talk a little bit about like what each and every day looks like from your point of view and what you are working on and helping our community with.
I would say at this point, one of the things that we're working on continually is bridging the gap from just some of the lack of funding and some of the lack of resources that we're facing in our communities, whether that be housing or food, clothes. There's just so many things that people are in need of. And so we're working really hard to find those resources that help them the best that we can. But ultimately, people are put in our lives to help them manage their mental health and just kind of give them the resources that they need to live their best life and function their best and feel happy and not suffer and not be alone. And so we see people every day of the week. I mean, it really kind of varies on how often we see folks. But yeah, we're just there to help them navigate and communicate and advocate for themselves. That's one of the biggest things is being able to advocate and say how I feel and what I need and giving them that power to speak up for themselves.
It's hard to do. I mean, we've talked about this before that, we all, if you have a brain, I don't know if you love this. I don't know if you love this saying, but if you have a brain, you have mental health.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all go through, days that it's really good or sometimes we're, wallowing or whatever it is. And I will tell you, I have had struggles with that. I mean, I have, and I think addressing it, advocating for yourself, as you talked about, but then turning and saying, you know what, there is somebody that will listen to me, or how do I, that's, I think the biggest thing is just knowing that there might be a problem is the first step.
And normalizing it. When people come to me and they're grieving, for instance, we'll take grief. I just did a video on this I think last week because, so I do Facebook Live videos Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday usually. And so I wanted to normalize grief. Everybody gets sad around the holidays, right? No, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people do. And that there seems to be like the stigma behind grief, and we're not supposed to cry or be sad or be down. We can't acknowledge the way that we're feeling. And so just normalizing. Otherwise, sometimes I have people say, well, I must be depressed, or I must be this, and this must be what it is. No, you're just sad. Normalizing certain feelings that people are chalking up as like a major concern. Days upon days of crying or not getting out of bed, those are things for major concern. But if you have a day of crying and you're sad and you're down and you're not feeling well, I mean, those are normal feelings. We all experience that throughout the day. We all struggle.
Yeah, and especially if you are grieving, you lost someone, and those feelings can hit you out of the blue.
Right, and the holidays and the time change and the darkness. I mean, we all experience seasonal effectiveness. I don't care who you are. We all experience seasonal effectiveness, and acknowledging that is one of the best things you can do for yourself so that you can do something about it rather than being miserable for 9 months out of the year. Let's talk about the fact that you don't feel good. What are you going to do about it? Maybe we should exercise more. Maybe we should use one of those sad lamps. I got one of those lamps on my desk. I turn it on every morning.
A sad lamp?
What is that?
What is that?
They're these little lamps that you can get them on Amazon. They're like $30, right?
Okay.
And they're just supposed to kind of promote that natural light that your eyes need to feel better, to like make all your happy hormones come out. And so you just put it on for like 10 minutes in the morning while you're sitting there at your desk. And I don't know.
So
I'll let you know.
Something that helped me, and I just shared this last hour that I've been sober for a year and a half, and I'm really proud of myself and had to do it for a lot of reasons, but I'm glad that I did it. Never had the courage to do it before because I knew that like something was off and I should have done it earlier. Wish I would have, but you know what? I'm moving forward. But what I learned in some of my, just in reading a lot and doing, I do this thing. It's just a 5-minute deal every morning that I think to myself. I used to write it down or I used to type it out into something. Now I just spend 5 minutes a day talking about what I'm grateful about or what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I get to do this.
Yes.
This is my job.
Yes.
I have guys that are working out in this weather right now.
This is a great job.
Right? And
we love it.
They're like, Matt, you have no calluses on your hands. And I'm like, I know, I lotion them all the time, sometimes 3-4 times a day.
While I'm talking.
I'm in 71-degree climate control comfort, but I had to get to a point, and Amy was the one that a long time ago was like, it doesn't seem like you're content. Like you're always just chasing the next thing. And there was a lot of truth in that. And in this exercise that I do, and I'm not saying that it will work for you, but I'm saying if you sat down and thought about what you're grateful for today, my dad had a saying. He said, Matt, if you're complaining about something, think about a table of 20 people sitting around the same table as you. And let's say you threw all of your problems in the middle of the table, all 20 of you. You would take your problems back because somebody else has it worse.
Right.
And I think we have to remember that. And that kind of goes into that mental health and just being grateful for what we have and what we get to do.
It is, and I always love the thing too, like God doesn't give you what you want, he gives you what you need, right? And sometimes, unfortunately, we're put through trials and tribulations and tough times. But I do firmly believe there is a reason or a lesson or something about that that's going to teach us something. And I know that it can be really hard to see during that time. But it always kind of brings you to a different place in life, right? I mean, speaking of grief, I lost a daughter full-term stillbirth, and those experiences have allowed me then to be able to share. I can empathize with other people. I can talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to have more empathy in my job, to understand what that might feel like and stuff. So I don't know, it always just takes us to different places, but most importantly, getting rid of the stigma and normalizing that, you don't have to be happy all the time.
So I want to ask you, Becky, because besides the sad lamp, which I'm very curious about, for you, when you're dealing with a lot of heaviness, you're dealing with some serious stuff day in and day out. How do you protect your own mental health, and how do you stay so positive? Like, you are just a positive person, which is amazing. And I think you're in the right role, but how do you do that?
I have to be very honest. I'm not very positive when I get home. Not all the time, honestly. There is a really, it's a slippery slope with burnout and not being able to detach yourself from the everyday problems, because I'm a fixer, right?
Okay.
And if people have, I want to fix those problems, and there's nothing worse than not being able to fix those problems. I guess at the end of the day, I've just really learned to kind of teach myself that I can only, as long as I walk away from the day knowing I did what I could, like, I just have to be okay with that. And I just have to be kind, and I just have to be supportive. And when people aren't well, it takes a lot of kind of grounding, right? Like, I like taking a hot bath or devotions or a funny movie or taking a timeout. Yesterday, I sat for like a whole hour when I got home in silence.
You put yourself in timeout.
Yes.
Good.
I need a timeout.
You meditation breaks.
See, I get that. I get peopled out, and I just need to shut down for a little bit.
Nothing. Silence.
Yeah.
I literally sat on a chair for an hour and was like, numb.
Could you imagine silence at our house? If Amy needs silence, it doesn't happen.
No.
If I'm not talking, one of our kids is like screaming in the hallways, or our dogs are barking. It's hard.
That's valid. And I don't have dogs, but sometimes I try to get home a little bit before my kids do, so I have that like split second of silence. Because you do. I mean, your body and your brain need time to decompress and get rid of the overstimulation sometimes. But it's a lot of work sometimes, and to get yourself in a better place as well. And I have no shame in telling people that I struggle too, right? I mean, whether it be depression, anxiety, I mean, we all have our moments. And so just kind of normalizing that and knowing that about myself and taking a break when you need to as well.
And going back into parenting and child abuse, I mean, that's what can lead to all of it, because they don't have the skills to get themselves out of, spinning out of control, being stressed about all of those things.
The weight of real life.
That our kids, I feel like, I'm as a parent, I feel like it's really stressful at times to be a parent in this time. Like the
Yeah.
expectation of children like when I was a kid, I was just happy to be outside climbing a tree.
Mhm.
And I just feel like the expectations are so different. So to talk about that stress and anxiety of like keeping up, wanting to be,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say
Or
that.
keeping tabs on what your kids are
Or
doing
keeping up with the
online, or
Joneses.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's so stressful.
everything is being compared to
Yes.
Social
everything's
media.
being compared to
Social
someone
media.
else's fake life,
Yeah.
because everybody's life on social media, is like mostly fake.
It
like
is. I
it
know.
really
I
is. So
know.
you can't make that the barometer by what you measure your own life by.
But if there are parents out there that are needing help and you know that you are in need of supports, don't ever hesitate to not call us. Reach out to Viking Land. Look us up on Facebook, Viking Land Community Support Program. You can bring your kids with you to the drop-in center. I mean, there's always something going on if you just need an escape. All of our activities are free. Don't worry about finances. It's just a nice, safe, warm place to go. And like I said, bring your kids with you.
And in order to provide that, we
love
need
that.
funds. Thank you for what
Becky.
you do every day,
Yeah.
Becky.
We could talk for another hour, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't raise much money, right?
Right.
Becky, thank you. You're doing great work in this community, and thanks for coming in and sharing your stories with us.
Thank you very much.
We love
Thank you so
it's
much.
2:25 here, Friday, December 5th. It's our Radiothon to end child abuse and give the funds to people like Becky who want to do the work and help and be there for you. And the only way we can do that, Amy, you set the stage. Why don't we give that number?
You can get the pledge link right to your phone by texting the word STAND 320-763-5458 as we take a stand against child abuse. Or you can call Terry at our front desk, 320-762-2154, and she'll help you out.
All right, so we're going to take our 2:20 break, Corey. I know we haven't checked in with intern Steph. We haven't checked in with Corey. We haven't checked in with Trent Lane at Lakeside Lumber. I wanted to get that conversation with Becky because she's just, like I said, she is a wonderful human being.
She really is.
And
I do think that would be hard
Yeah.
to know you are doing your best if you can't help somebody, but she's trying her best every day.
She's doing her best.
Yep.
She's putting one foot in front of the other, and I love that. All right, so 762-2154. Ring that number. We have this Minnesota Wild pair of tickets to the December 11th game. If you will pledge or donate $100 or more up until 3 o'clock. So $100 donations or more. Steve already is in to win on that. Really appreciate the donations, Steve. We'll get more of those donations, but we're going to take our 2:20 break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes for our Radiothon to end child abuse on 100.7 Kick FM, Cool 94.3, and the Superstation K106.
Michelob Golden Light, 24
Becky's
pack
so
of
good.
cans and bottles, $19.95 at Westside Liquor and Sock Center. Rolling Rock and Bud Ice, 30-pack 12-ounce cans, $16.95. Absolutely the lowest prices around on all your preferred adult beverages. Talk your Southern Wine
Amazing.
today.
No, she's awesome. I just can't imagine doing that work every single day.
Hey everyone, it's Steph, marketing manager at Martha Chevrolet of Glenwood. The December Deals at Slay sales event is here. Get employee pricing or below on all new half tons and supplier pricing or below on every new 3/4 ton and 1 ton. Plus, employee pricing on all new 26 Equinox models or lease an LT all-wheel drive for just $399 a month. And mark your calendars for January 24th. Martha is Fishing for Nonprofits fundraiser. Visit our Facebook page or GlenwoodChevy.com for all the details. And happy holidays from Martha Chevrolet Glenwood. Together, let's drive.
Fridays can feel the same routine. But what if you had a place where fun takes over? At Farina Bar and Grill, starting tonight, Dirty Dan brings the excitement with trivia from 6 to 8 p.m. Then karaoke from 8 to midnight. It's your chance to laugh, compete, and sing your heart out. And don't miss Christmas Bingo, December 21st at 2 p.m. Festive bingo that's free to play. Break the routine at Farina Bar and Grill. They're bringing good times back to the country.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck.
Yeah, because my computer was going to die.
Their tax attorneys and
Sorry,
licensed
I
tax
thought you had
professionals will
probably
work
charged enough.
tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS.
That's okay.
Steph went to the restroom. Don't go to her. Corey's leaving for Premier Realty. Don't go to her.
Come out and we'll play a song.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
In Clinic Brothers Well Drilling, they're called the water wizards. But getting good water doesn't take a PhD. It takes common sense. For instance, having soft water is important, but carrying salt tanks from the store to your house is such a hassle. At Clinic Brothers, their solution is the Step Saver Salt Delivery Program. They'll install a brine tank in your home that they can fill from outside your home. Couple that with one of their water softeners and reverse osmosis systems, and you have soft water and great drinking water. Pretty smart, huh? It's common sense. Contact the water wizards at Clinic Brothers Well Drilling and Water Softening of Alexandria.
Think of the many comforts of a warm fire, cozying up with your favorite book and a glass of wine, light snow falling through the window, kids rushing in to warm their hands from a brisk winter's day. We would like to add some extra warmth to your home this winter with the Heat and Glow fireplace from the Fireplace Store in Alexandria. Visit our showroom to see the many ways to bring the extra comfort and all the warm and fuzzies to your home. Heat and Glow and the Fireplace Store. No one builds a better fire.
Paid for by tour provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit bigblue.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit quirky, and may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month.
That one
Call
that's
Term
about I
Provider.
can't
Speak
donate.
with Big Lou at
I think that's so cool.
800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you, even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high blood pressure. Term providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call
Is Trent ready?
800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
Get festive with Midwest Salon Co. in Alexandria.
Let's go over some of our challenges, like Allure. And, you know, do we have some of those, Amy?
I don't. I'll have Trent call. I'll have Trent call. He's not on StreamYard.
Yeah, Trent call.
Right now, book any color service and receive a free deep conditioning treatment. Shine bright this holiday season. Call and schedule your appointment at 320-460-9545 or find a link.
You are joining Amy and I, Matt and Amy from Kick FM, and I think Kyle Gilsine is taking over up at the Superstation. Kyle, how are you? I don't know if Kyle's there yet. It doesn't matter. You have Trent Lane available at Lakeside Lover in Ashby. Trent, what's going on? That's awesome. Well, if you want to stop by Lakeside Lumber in Ashby, Trent Lane will be there until 3 o'clock. And you can stop off and drop off a donation if that's easier for you. We know that if you're listening in some of our outlying areas, it's hey, I wish I could stop by and see intern staff, or I wish I could drop off a check at Hubbard Radio Alexandria or Hubbard Radio Wadena. We have ways that you can donate online. You can ring our telephone number, or if you're in that Ashby area, you can stop by Lakeside Lumber.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Trent is there till 3 o'clock. So swing on by, or you can text STAND to 320-763-5458.
All right, we got a great text, Amy, that I want you to share if you could, or do you want me to read it if you don't have it?
I think I got it.
Okay. I just think it's a really good perspective that we got. You can text us here. Any questions, any comments? 320-763-5458.
This one just says, this is such a great thing you guys are doing today, not just about the money, but the conversations today. So impactful. Thank you for this. I wish I had the funds to donate, but all I can donate is this gratitude for what you've put onto the airwaves today. Awareness to me is just as important as the funds.
Yeah.
Obviously, the funds are needed, but so is awareness of the fact that there are people out there to help, where to turn for help, that you can get support from various organizations within your community.
And we've heard from a lot of them here today already, whether it's Nathan at the Douglas County Sheriff's Office or Becky Schmitz from Viking Land. It takes a village, as we've talked about. We're doing our best to keep that $5,000 an hour pace. And if we do that here today, if you're listening to us and you can give $1, will you please pledge it to us? Will you please donate it to us, either by texting us, calling us, or getting that, as Amy had mentioned, getting that word or that link from FamilyWise right to your phone by texting the word STAND to 320-763-5458. We have a challenge out there, at least for right now. We have a pair of Minnesota Wild tickets to the December 11th game. If you would donate or pledge a $100 donation or more up until 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, and I have donations that we haven't gone over yet. So I just want to mention a thank you to Tri-County Stockyards for your $200 donation. Thank you so much. Lumen Pros of Stock Center, $50. Thank you. Lions Club of Carlos, we already mentioned, had come out to Eldon's with that donation, which was amazing, $500. Let's see. We've got Roger Berkness of Eagle Bend, $50. A couple of anonymous $100 donations, but we do have your info, so you're in on the drawing. So we're just not publicizing it.
Wasn't Roger going to do a challenge to other race car drivers?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So Rogers says, from the Clotho Mafia, I'd like to challenge other Viking Speedway racers to donate as well. Love that.
Roger is a Bears fan. He gave me one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And it is I can't even explain it. I'm going to put a picture of it on our Kick FM Facebook page. Roger, I can't say thank you enough, man. It is going in a very prominent location in my garage where I watch the Bears religiously. But that's a challenge that we have offered. And by the way, Trent just texted Amy. He has a very special guest there at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby. So Trent, why don't you go ahead and take it away? Yeah. All right, Trent, great job. Yeah. And please, I don't know if Dwight can hear us, but tell him thank you for his service and thank you for his commitment to keeping children safe, Trent. And keep up the great work there at Lakeside Lumber in Ashby. Trent will be there until 3 o'clock this afternoon. We are Matt and Amy. I think, do we have Kyle with us now, Amy? Is Kyle back in the studio there at the Superstation?
I mean, I can see him, so Kyle, can we hear him?
Can you
hear me?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Hey, Kyle, you've been a part of this Radiothon for a bazillion years. From your point of view, can you just spend a second or two talking about what this means for you to be involved in this and the people that started this? I'm sure you were on the ground floor of it, were you not?
Well, we were probably a few years after Lou and Mary got it started with Omni and Paul Bunning Broadcasting. They purchased the Wadena and Brainerd stations afterwards, but they got it started, 36 years ago in Bemidji. Wow. So we've probably been doing it for 25, 30. I'm not exactly sure. But what I've learned over the years, and you guys have kind of, as I've been listening, you guys are getting these stories from people and getting choked up every once in a while when you share your own experiences. That's the biggest thing that I've learned, is that a lot of families struggle through no fault of their own. They may be working and trying to do the best job to be a parent as they possibly can, but everybody's budget runs short. And that includes county budgets. So all these organizations that are doing these great things with families and children in the area, everybody needs money. The resources are out there in many cases. The programs to help people are out there. There's money available to help there. One of the biggest things that we can do as the Radiothon is to get that word out and say, hey, there is help available. You have to go out. We can't force you to do it, but it is there if you need some help. And then, of course, the funds from the radio can help support some of those programs. But, the stories that hit home to me are the ones like, the gas cards so that somebody can get to work, money for a nice set of clothes so somebody can get a job interview, or maybe a haircut to go to that job interview where they otherwise go. Haircuts are expensive. Ladies don't know how you can afford to get your hair done, but look at me. $20 for a haircut.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I mean, I paid $70 at New York City for a shave and a haircut, man. And I was like,
I'm glad I don't live in New York.
Kyle, a couple of things, it kind of comes down to that. It's not just the money. And Amy spoke about this with a text message just a couple of minutes ago. It's about, raising that awareness, right? And that awareness is half the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've learned so much from participating in the Radiothon. Just yesterday when I talked to a couple of people that work at the Brandon Evansville school, and they were talking about a specific example where there was a family that had a nonverbal child and was, would have episodes in the middle of the night. So they weren't sleeping. Mom and dad weren't getting any sleep. So they were struggling during the day. They'd come home. They were crabby. It was just a very tense situation. And some Radiothon money one year helped provide a scholarship so that this nonverbal student could attend preschool. Otherwise, they weren't able to, get him into preschool. And even though he's still nonverbal, he is the best friend of everybody in the class.
That's awesome.
He's in a better mood. He sleeps at night. Mom and dad sleep at night. Everybody is better just because he was able to get into a situation through the Radiothon and through preschool where he was exposed to some books, he was exposed to other things, and even though he's not verbal, the whole situation across the board is 100% better.
That's a great story, Kyle. Thank you so much, and thanks for your dedication over the past 30 years in Wadena of helping carry the torch, not only raising money, but raising awareness, and that's all we're here to do. Kyle, we'll check in with you in just a few more minutes. I want to grab a phone call if they're still there. Hi, this is Kick FM, and you are on the Radiothon to End Child Abuse. Oh, Trent. Trent, you're calling again. Hi, Trent. Yes, Dwight. Thank you, Dwight. And thank you for all your years of service, of keeping children protected and doing what you can, because it takes a village, as we've been talking about. And you know what? We'll put Dwight in for those Minnesota Wild tickets, Trent. Let's make sure we get him on the board, because up until 3 o'clock, we got a pair of tickets to the Minnesota Wild game on December 11th. Now, these came straight from the Wild, so you know those are good tickets. And hopefully the Swedish meat wall will be in goal. Our new goalie, man, he's been standing on his head, as they say in the hockey circles. But if you pledge or donate a $100 pledge or donation right now, up until 3 o'clock, we'll put you in to win for those Minnesota Wild tickets. So let's do something. We can raise more money.
I want to mention, yes, Dwight did do his own donation when he was talking with Trent. Also, we got one from Lisa DeCray, and she's also from Ashby. She would like to challenge everyone in Ashby on behalf of Dwight. And she said, he is the best human being on the planet.
Wow.
That is quite a statement.
Lisa, that's amazing. Well, Dwight, I would imagine Dwight's a pretty good dude.
I would imagine too. And, you know, to keep that positivity and be such a great person when you've seen, you know, a lifetime of tough stuff, you know, being a child protection. I mean, you got to know that you're doing good, but it's got to be incredibly difficult day after day.
I couldn't imagine. I mean, there's a reason I do radio.
Yeah.
I just, those type of conversations that they probably have had and the things that they've seen, would probably break most people.
Yeah, they would really weigh heavy.
All right, so what can you do? You can pledge. You can donate. You can get the telephones ringing, 320-762-2154. You can also text the word STAND to 320-763-5458. Do we have our intern Steph back, Amy?
I believe so.
All right, intern Steph, you're live at Eldon's Fresh Foods on the corner of 3rd and Nokomis. How are you doing? Awesome. Oh, why don't you prove it? Oh, our daughter?
Our daughter is hanging out.
Okay, and what is she? Is she going to pledge some of her hard-earned money? Because I know she's got more cash than I do. Okay, well, can we get a microphone on her so we can? I'm just going to put her on the spot. Hi, Miley. It's your mom and dad.
Hi. Is your room clean? No, I'm just kidding.
Do you want to have an extra special birthday? Do you want to have an extra special birthday? Okay, will you donate $100 if I donate $100? And here's what I'm going to do, but I need to know your answer first. Will you pledge $100? Okay, will you give Steph the money right now? Okay, I want you to count out $100, please. Okay, well, I mean, she's going to pull out a wad of cash, Steph. But here's what I want to do, Miley. If once you give the $100, Amy, I'm going to pledge $100 in honor of our kids.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a $200 deal. Miley, will you be my date for the December 11th Minnesota Wild game? Okay, well, will you, and here's the deal. I'm not going to use the tickets that we have up for auction. I was going to purchase my own tickets. And I just wanted to say, Miley, we usually go to a Wild game right around your birthday. We are so blessed to have you in our life. You're the epitome of what a great person is. And I want to say thank you for donating. I know you work very hard for that money, but it's going to a great cause today. So thank you. All right, so it is. Miley has, our daughter has given $100. That means Amy and I will give $100. Mm-hmm. And Miley, you and I will go to a Wild game sometime in your birthday month or shortly thereafter. All right. Awesome. How was your day at work, by the way? You didn't spill on anybody, did you?
Not today.
Well, what a very special guest. Miley is, we've taught our kids to give, whether that's through volunteering, and Miley was a hockey player with Alexandria for a while. And Miley, you know what it's like to donate your time, whether it was, packing bags at Eldon's, or didn't you deliver flowers at some point, or what was the
delivered meals? I think
delivered meals. Isn't that what it was? And the Alexandria girls hockey team and their association taught you to do that at a very young age, didn't they? All right. So do you want to put a challenge out there to any Alexandria hockey alum? All right. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Miley. Thank you. You did such a great job. And you can see that smile. You can hear that. Or can you hear that smile through all the way through? Yeah, we can't even
That's
see
why we
her.
call her Smiley Miley.
All right, Miley, have yourself a great day. Steph, what else is going on at Eldon's Fresh Foods? You're in the deer blind from Prairie Archery, and your toasty warm. Yeah, I think you're gonna get really busy here at towards the end of the day as Eldon's continues to fill up. If you're listening to us and in the proximity of Eldon's Fresh Foods on 3rd and Nokomis, once again giving us a great location to broadcast from. We've got our intern Steph, and thanks to Prairie Archery for keeping her warm and safe today.
Yeah, warm and toasty.
It would have been way worse yesterday, Steph. That wind was howling when we were putting up that deer blind, man. Oh, she's gone. She gone. Oh, she hung up on us. It's 2:51. Kyle, we will take our 2:50 break here. We'll take our 2:50 break, and then we'll come back. We're going to get you a new total. I have a feeling we probably slowed down in the 2 o'clock hour. Amy, you're shaking your head like, yes, we did.
I believe so. I haven't totaled it. I haven't peaked yet.
Okay.
But I do think it has slowed down.
So can you pledge right now by texting the word STAND to 320-763-5458, or will you call and talk to Terry and pledge or donate some dollars, because you have about 10 more minutes to get in for those Minnesota Wild tickets that we promise. For any $100 donation or more for this hour, you'll be going to the game on December 11th at Grand Casino Arena to watch our beloved Minnesota Wild.
That's so awesome. Those pledges, if you want to be in that drawing, have to be in before 3.
All right, there you go. Kyle, we'll take this break now. You are listening to the Radiothon to End Child Abuse on 100.7 Kick FM, Cool 94.3, and the Superstation K106.
Can count on at Diamond Buick GMC. You'll find quality new and pre-owned vehicles backed by expert service and genuine GM parts. Whether you're shopping for a rugged truck or a reliable SUV, the team at Diamond is there to help you every step of the way. And when it's time for maintenance, trust GM certified technicians who know your vehicle inside and out. That's the Diamond difference. Exceptional service, trusted quality, and a commitment to you. Diamond Buick GMC, Highway 29 South, Alexandria.
Ready to start the weekend early? Head to Sauk Center American Legion Post to 67 for Thursday night wing night. Bone in or boneless. Pick from 6 dry rubs and 11 sauces to find your perfect heat and sweet. Then circle back Sunday nights for the community favorites.
It's unbelievable how much your ears hurt after today when you have headphones on. My ears hurt so bad.
I remember that last year.
Thursday night wing night, Sunday bingo, meat raffle, and horse races at Sauk Center American Legion Post to 67.
There's something soothing and mesmerizing about a fire. Watching it dance and change colors before your eyes. Now imagine sitting in your living room getting mesmerized
go
even
ahead.
if the fire is not lit. Hi, Brad Style with CD Granite.
Yeah, you should have.
Way to add beauty to your mantle and fireplace.
But thank you for your donation, darling. Are you going to keep Steph company for a while?
Every time you look, make your fireplace the focal point of your room.
Do you need anything to eat?
When you make the decision to add the beauty
You got
and luxury
Noma.
of granite countertops to your
All right, girl.
home, work
You're
with the
looking
guys
good.
with the unlimited
What do you got planned
guarantee.
tonight?
The guys
You got
from
work till what,
C&D
9?
Granite. When you partner with C&D, they offer an unlimited lifetime guarantee. That is for as long as you own your home. We've got your granite covered. Located in Richmond and Brooklyn Center. Visit cdgranite.com.
All right.
Paid for by Tupperware.
We're supposed we're supposed to go to neighbor Trevor's daughter's wedding if we can tonight and just stop by there. So we'll see. Kind of depends on how we're feeling. I mean, it's already been a long day, but yeah, we'll see. Sometimes I just want to go home and snuggle wall.
9336. Big Blue will find a term life policy for you, even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high
If you want to go,
pressure. Term providers
well, we can
help
pick a
thousands of
different
people
game if you want it. If it's, I don't even know what game it is or anything, but let's look at the schedule because I can get us tickets.
All you need to do is call Big Blue at 800-444-9336.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to go next Thursday, we probably could, but if you want to go like, since we're going to be home till January 4th, there's probably going to be plenty of time.
To fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Blue's like you.
All right,
He's
baby.
on meds too.
Thank you for stopping by and keeping Steph company. She loves you.
800-444-9336.
AJ's Cafe is getting
Really?
ready for the annual Lake Parade happening in Osakis tonight. Club fun starting at 3. Come in for $6 hamburgers or cheeseburger baskets with French fries. And if you're ready for this, you can call and order ahead.
Oh my God.
To visit the annual
Well,
holiday parade.
I got to go because I got to grab a call, but I love you guys.
AJ's Cafe, hamburger or cheeseburger basket, only $6. This Friday, 4 until 7. AJ's Cafe, Osakis.
Hi, Kick FM.
Hey, can we still get in on a donation before 3 o'clock?
You sure can.
Sure. John and Jen Boone, Hancock, $250.
Well, John, can you just hold on for 1 minute and do it live with us?
No, that's fine. You don't have to be live. No, that's...
Okay,
yeah.
so, well, no.
You guys do a great job.
So it's John and Jen?
Yeah, John and Jen, yep, for Hancock. Yep.
And what's your last name, buddy?
Boone, B-O-O-N.
And what's your phone number?
320-287-1550.
All right, John, thank you so much for the call, buddy. We appreciate you.
You bet. I'll be taking you to the Wild game. What are you talking about?
Well, hey, let's do it. All right, buddy.
All right.
Have a good one, John. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. You bet. Bye.
What? Terry, you want to jump on with us?
Really?
Parenting is challenging for everyone, and it often takes social connection and concrete support from the community.
All right, thank you so much, Matt and Amy, joining you on this beautiful Friday, December 5th, along with Terry, who's been manning the front desk. Terry, thank you for not only working your normal job this morning, but also taking lots of calls. You've been a part of this for a while, and you are on
my 10th
year, and you're on a lot of the planning meetings for Family Wise and with Family Wise. And what does this day mean to you?
It's a lot, and I think the coolest thing for me is hearing how emotional you guys get.
Yeah.
So when I'm up there and I am so busy with calls and stuff, I don't really get to think about the intricacy of what's going on in here. And then every now and then you guys will talk about something like earlier and share. And then it goes, oh yeah, this is what it's about. And it's so great.
Yeah.
I have been so busy. I haven't been able to do my normal job. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Yeah.
It is.
That's a great problem to be having. I know what you mean. We were kind of talking about the lead up to Radiothon on this end, on the business end of it. Does feel daunting before it gets here.
Yeah.
And then it gets here and it really feels magical.
Yeah.
And it hits my emotions every time, even though now I've been through it like 6 times. You know, it's just, it's really awesome. It makes, it just fills my cup, you know, because feels like you're doing something so purposeful.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we're very, if you don't know Amy and I'm not trying to brag on us, but we're just real people. We're just real people.
You are.
And there's a lot of times when we leave when we do things like this, we go, are we making an impact? Mm-hmm. Are we doing what we do matter? Yeah. What are, that, I think that's the best way
I've asked myself that many times over the years.
And isn't this the day where you kind of go,
yeah,
because
exactly.
We're hearing from people, whether it's, us sharing personal stories or getting people on and raising awareness. I know that I will go home today feeling incredibly grateful for being put in this position to have a company that stands behind you and gives you the resources to just do what you love to do, which is communicate and tell stories and be a knucklehead and a moron like I'm really good at. But then there's a serious side of me where I do take my job very serious and I want it to matter. I want at the end of my life or, our legacy that did we do something good for the communities that we served. And these are the days that make us feel really good about that.
And by the way, we are incredibly grateful for you, Terry, because nobody wants me doing math, number one. Terry, but really, we've been saying it takes a village.
Terry's idea of a fun day is like, doing math at home or like
when my spreadsheets tie out.
When her spreadsheets tie out, we high five and it's a good
thing. What I told Roger Berkness when he left? Roger brought the gift. That was so funny. I told him at 7:30 tonight, Matt and Amy are going to be like practically in tears.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's such an emotional day. When we get to the end of it, it's like, wow.
And then you think you're going to be so tired, but you're just wired.
Yeah. Well, not only are we going to be emotional, you'll be emotional. Intern Steph will be emotional. Kyle, everybody in between. All of our great elves that are out there, Zeke and Trent Lane, who's up at Lakeside Lumber and Ashby, actually ready to leave. I know we've crossed over the 3:00 hour. Just wanted to say thank you, Terry. And give us that telephone number to get the phone to ring. We want to keep Terry busy.
Okay, so 320-762-2154. And if it rings and goes to voicemail, just call me back.
Yep.
I've had people walking in or I've been on the phone, and sometimes that happens. When I grab a free moment, I'll just call you back on my call history. So no worries. If I don't pick up, I'll get back to you.
All right. You're listening to us on KNSP. Thank you, Terry. Staples Motley, KWAD Wadena, KKWS Wadena, KIKV Sauk Center, Alexandria, and Cool 94.3 KULO, Alexandria. And we we're into Amy.
Yes.
We are 2/3 the way through our Radiothon.
Unbelievable. It is going so fast.
We have 33% of it left. The next 4 hours will probably be the most important 4 hours. We are off to.
Want to go till midnight?
I want to hit $55,000. So if that means that I have to stay on the air for another hour, I would. But can we just hit 55 or 60,000 at 7:00 so we can all just have a great relaxing night and high five? I'd love that. I had a call from John. John said John and Jen Boone asked me, hey, if we make a donation of $250, can we get in for the Wild tickets?
Oh.
And absolutely, John and Jen. So thank you. They're from Hancock. They are giving us a $250 donation that will go into our 2:00 hour. And it's going to take us a little bit of, it's going to take us a little time. We might not have the answer of our Minnesota Wild ticket winner until we sift through all the $100 donations. So just give us a little time, but we will try to get that answer out to who won those tickets before we're off the air.
Oh yeah, we will be able to do that. But the people we had a couple people that donated that out with intern staff.
Yep.
So those ones are included. We just have to calculate it.
Yeah, we just got to get all of those in. So just give us a little bit of time before we announce our Minnesota Wild ticket winner. We have a lot of challenges hanging out there. I know Allure Aesthetics and Med Spa, they challenged other med spas in the area to at least donate to the Radiothon to End Child Abuse. Roger, who dropped off a donation and a nice little Chicago Bears present for me, he wants to challenge race car drivers. Ultimate Tire and Total Car Care earlier this morning pledged $250 and said, hey, any other tire stores in our area or in the counties that we are supporting, which are in Grant, Todd, Douglas, Otter Tail, and Wadena counties, if they would step up to the plate and donate. And there's a lot more challenges that other than those that I just mentioned. I'm not sure if you're ready for those, Amy, or other donations that might have come through just before 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we've got, let's see, John and Barbara House from Evansville challenging rural mail carriers to donate. They gave a $50 donation. Priscilla Guild of Grace Lutheran Church in Sabika gave a $100 donation. Thank you so much. Carol Knack of Alexandria, $25, challenging everyone to donate today to prevent child abuse. So that's pretty much open to everyone. Let's see, Woody's Car Wash, $100 donation.
Oh, thanks, Woody's.
Yeah.
Woody's, man, what a great group of guys there.
Linda Ogg, she dropped off cash at Eldon's. Alexandria Homes, $200. Thank you so much. Let's see, Jody Dolan of Ashby, $100. Megan Peterson and John Moore, I think, of Ashby, $100. Micah Radich of Alexandria, $200.
Wow.
And Miley Senny of Alexandria, $100.
And that means because Miley gave $100, that means Matt and Amy will
Yes.
give $100 as well. So thank you for that donation. And Miley, when I talked to her, she said she was challenging any of the former Alexandria area hockey players if they would step up and donate in honor of the Hockey Association. And then she said, hey, you know what I should have done, Dad? I should have challenged my D-Mike's coworkers.
Ooh.
So
now challenge extended.
Challenge extended to any D-Mike's coworkers that might be listening to us. Can you give any donation? And if you'd like to match up to $100, that'd be unbelievable.
I love this one. Angela, I don't know if it's Gable or Goble, from Piers, Great Estates Yard and Tree, said listening in Piers today and heard this and moved to donate. So gave $75. Love that so much. We also have donations, straight up donations that came in from Nicole Thompson, $25, an anonymous $25, Melissa Byer, $25, anonymous $20, Kylie Dan, thank you for your $25 donation.
Thanks,
Zach
Kylie.
Grant for his requests gave us $10. Jennifer Olson, in honor of Grandma, $25. Next Step Home Care, $250.
Oh,
yes. And Tony and Brian Deedy, $250. Thank you guys so much.
Tony
and then
Brian, you guys are once again community pillars.
They are.
They
really
have
are.
such a great. They do so much for Relay for Life.
Yeah, they had the idea for the Drew Baldridge concert.
Yes.
We did the night before Relay. It was
love that.
awesome.
Thank you, Tony and Brian.
And then another anonymous 200. So we had a pretty good hour.
We had a really good hour. We will get Kyle. How you feeling, man? Are you energized? Are you caffeinated up there in Wadena?
I'm good. Yes.
Okay.
Lots of caffeine, and that kind of was. I was just thinking about that when you guys were talking about whether or not we make a difference and anything like that. And you talked about the lull that we usually go through, in the last, the second half, or maybe the final quarter or of the Radiothon, just before that final hour, and then we get that big push again. Hearing the stories of where this money goes to and the differences that it does make from the social workers, the teachers, the law enforcement people, or whatever. That's what gets me through that little lull.
Yes.
When you're starting to wind down and you're going, we've got 4 more hours of Radiothon to go. Then you hear somebody say, here's what happened. Here's how we put this money to use. And it's like, okay, now I know what we're doing. Now we're here. Let's go.
Yeah, and you know what, Kyle? That's great, because I don't know if you caught this text that we read. It was just probably when you and Corey were switching off up in Wadena, but we got this text that I want to read again. Amy shared it about a half hour, maybe a little more than a half hour ago, but it just says, this is such a great things you guys are doing today. Not just about the money, but the conversations today. So impactful. Thank you for this. I wish I had the funds to donate, but all I can donate is the gratitude for what you put into and onto the airwaves today. And I think that sums it up. If we're creating awareness, and Kyle, you touched on that it's not just about the money, it's about creating awareness and letting people know that there are resources to turn to should they need them.
You bet. And we'll take that gratitude. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. So Kyle and intern Steph. Amy, are you ready for a total?
I am.
Okay. Intern Steph, we got you at Eldon's, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I could have, I told somebody about an hour and a half ago that they should probably fill up the gas tank.
I texted Steph.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm glad. No way. Tell us about it.
Oh, I love that.
Amy said it. We're going to get somebody that wants to empty out their piggy bank. And isn't it, Steph? It's that dimes lead to dollars mentality that we have to get everybody to just pitch in a little bit, because if we get everybody listening right now, which is probably 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14,000 people, if they gave $1 right now, $1, if they would pledge that, it would change the course of this Radiothon.
It would.
It really would. So I just love that. Are you ready for a new total, intern Steph? Kyle, are you ready? Kyle's ready. Yeah, Kyle's ready. I was waiting for Kyle to be like, absolutely, Matt,
yes.
I'm ready.
Remember, I'm the dinosaur in the building, so all this technology stuff is like, the first Radiothon I was involved in, we did it by telegraph.
Kyle's out there hitting Morse code, like
carrier pigeons.
Kyle, hey,
That's off topic, but do we have any money left in our remodeling budget? I want to do something with these lights. My goodness, it's like, what's the glare here is.
Yeah, no, you'd have to call our bosses and our very generous owners, and maybe it'd be better coming from you than from me. I always ask for money. Kyle, as intern Steph, we're ready for a total. Amy has been computing on her iPhone, on her computer. Amy, where are we at?
$37,827. So I will say that was our lightest hour so far, but not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
Yeah, we raised about half of what we want to each hour to hit 60 grand.
Yeah, so I mean, we really want to have these $5,000 hours. I mean, that would be ideal.
Pay for play. We'll do pay for play if you want us to. And by the way, Amy, Lumen Pros, Paul, our good friend at Lumen Pros, the Sauk Center. I forgot about this because we got really busy there for the last, hour and a half or whatever. He wanted a pay for play song that we don't have. I already looked it up, but if you could find "Same Old Me" by George Jones.
Okay.
Same Old Me. All right. He said it's my father's song to my mother. He just passed, and we had the funeral last week. She passed away in 2011. Now they are together. So if you'd play that for me, he promised me $20, but he gave us 50.
Oh, that's nice.
So I feel like we have to play that song. And if you have a song that you'd like to hear here on Cool 94.3, on the Superstation K106, or on 100.7 Kick FM, we're happy to do it, but you have to pay, and then we play. That's how it works, pay for play. All right. Intern Steph is she's at Eldon's Fresh Foods. Do we have anybody live in the 3:00 hour, Aim?
Let me look at my sheet and try to remember. I think that was, we do. Premier Realty. That's in Wadena, and Corey is there.
All right. Is Corey available right now, or is he still getting set up? We'll maybe check in with him here in just a few seconds. We got that new total. We're just under $38,000. We have 4 hours left. Now, if we get $5,000 hours here in 3, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock, we'll be at $58,000, which will be really close to that 60 grand mark.
Yeah.
Which would be way, way over last year's total.
Right. And it will crush our 55,000 goal.
So how about this? What if we just simplify it and say, can we get 1,000 people right now, 1,000 people to donate $5? I know we have 1,000 people listening to us right now. And if you're listening to us, would you just jump on and text in the word STAND to 320-763-5458? I would love to see our donation sheet fill up with 1,000 pledges of $5. That's all we're asking. 1,000 people to give $5 right now. And if we could do that, that could happen in the next few minutes. that would be our $5,000 that we need, and then anything else would help us recoup from 2 o'clock.
Well, we also have someone who wants a Black Hawk song and is willing to pay $100 for it.
I'm in right now. Okay, what Black Hawk song do you want? I will play it right now. We're on it.
All right, we're on it.
What Black Hawk song? I just need to know. So we'll hang on with you. So text away. Let's see. Yeah. All right.
Any. She says any. So you pick.
Which one do you want, Amy?
Here,
okay.
I like Goodbye Says It All.
Okay. Goodbye Says It All. That's it. We're playing a Black Hawk song for $100. And I'm going to make a new rule. If you want to pay for play, it's $100 minimum.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. We just trust you're going to drop it off.
100%. We know she will. It's Black Hawk.
We will.
Goodbye Says It All. We got $100 to play this song on our Radiothon to end child abuse. Yeah, baby, let's go.
My Comrex keeps just shutting off. Sorry. No.
I found that.
That's really hard. It's like that's the point. What's a big with the biggest spot? You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. Tell Jenny she can drop it off at Eldon's or here at Kick. I know you will. Just wondering.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
Okay. Well, she just asked, so maybe you responded to it.
I thought I did.
When I offered that challenge, look at how many people have already texted Stan.
That's awesome. See, you can see that I replied to her at 3:14. What did you challenge?
1,000 people that had to do $5. A small donation can make a big difference. Here's what we're up against. We have had many $5,000 hours so far. Actually, out of the first 7, we had 6 of our 7, right? That means if we could get 1,000 people right now to donate or pledge just $5. I know there's 1,000 people listening to us right now on K106, the Superstation Wadena, Cool 94.3, or here at Kick FM in Alexandria. If we could get 1,000 people to pledge $5, Amy, we're gonna eclipse that $60,000 mark. If we can keep that up all the way until 7 o'clock, that's what we're asking. 1,000 people to give a little bit. those dimes lead to dollars.
Yeah, and we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to give, and you have the choice whether you want to pay now or pay later. If you want the pay later option, that's a pledge. If you want to pay now, that's a donation. You're going to get a link to either one of those when you text the word STAND to 320-763-5458, or you can call Terry at our front desk and she'll help you out. 320-762-2154. Also, we have intern staff out at Eldon's in that deer stand from Prairie Archery. You can drop it by there, or we also have Corey Tackman that is at Premier Realty Group in Wadena.
All right, let's check in with intern staff. Intern staff, do you have anything new to report on at Eldon's? And once again, have you seen any deer out of that deer blind from Prairie Archery? Ooh. Okay. Exciting times in Alexandria. That stuff happens in Sartell and Sauk Rapids, where you're from, all the time. We're way better drivers up here. You're at Eldon's Fresh Foods until 7 o'clock. I just want to say thank you again for taking time out of your schedule. And I know you had to move a lot of things to get your mom to come up from Red Wing to watch your kids, but we're glad you're with us.
Yeah, it's hard to explain like what this is and what it does to you to be a part of until you actually do it. So it's really fun to have you part of it, Steph.
All right. Yeah. All right. I just got a great text from a wonderful company here in Alexandria. Some really good friends. I wish I got to spend more time with these people. But Jana Horseman at Cullen's.
Cullen's Home Center.
And John Cullen, who I had the luxury of watching play at St. Cloud State.
Yeah.
They're great community pillars. They're great community business. Jana just texted me and said, "Hey, Matt, Cullen's is going to donate $200.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Jana and John and all the team at Cullen's Home Furniture. Great people. And they just once again, we talk about these pillars in our community, the epitome of do-gooders. They're do-gooders.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's just anybody that is giving right now, because Matt mentioned this way long time ago when we started today. There are so many people asking you to help them at this time of year, and we understand that. That's why we're just saying, give what you can. Give what you can. We appreciate it. We know that there's a lot coming at you this time of year.
Absolutely. And you know what, Amy, I think we're making a little bit of a difference here, because I said, can we get 1,000 people right now to donate just $5? And we're watching our text line blow up with people texting in the word STAND to get that direct link. And I'm just hoping, if you can give more than $5, please do that. But we're not asking that. I'm just asking if there's 1,000 people right now that will just take 5 minutes of your time. Text in the word STAND, STAND. We are taking a stand against child abuse with our friends at Prairie Archery. We're proving that. We have our intern staff out at Eldon's Fresh Foods on the corner of 3rd and Nokomis. She's in a deer stand for Prairie Archery. We are taking that stand. If you text in that word to 763-5458, you're going to get a link back where you can pledge or donate. And if we do 1,000 people at $5, that's $5,000.
Thank you, Ryan Mormon of Alexandria, for your $100 donation. Liz Jinks, Liz and Carla's Daycare, I should say, from Elbow Lake, your $25 donation. Thank you so much. Brad and Angie Bartels of Monaga, $25, and an anonymous $5. So yeah, keep those all coming in.
Here's I want to challenge Ryan to something. I don't know Ryan, but I know his name. And Ryan snowmobiles with a few of my friends in my neighborhood.
Really?
And Ryan, don't you think it would be nice if some of those guys got off their wallets and would donate to the Radiothon to end child abuse? Because I know you guys go snowmobiling all the time. I would assume you're probably going to go out, when we get a little bit more snow, or you're going to go to the UP or whatever it is. Ryan, I would do this. I know you're a very popular man. I would text a lot of people, especially people that we know together, and tell them if they would donate. That would be really, really good.
Yeah. Well, we always say, like, our job is kind of like word of mouth on steroids, but really you're the steroids. Like, you could keep asking your friends and just have it snowball, and we'd get to our goal real easy.
Yeah, once again, text the word STAND to 320-763-5458. Amy, I want to know, I can't see our links anymore online. Corey, do we have you ready in Wadena there? I'm not sure if Corey's on.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, if not, Corey, if you're listening and you happen to be listening, maybe just call 320-763-5458, because I want to get an update from Corey where he is. He is actually in Wadena, and he is at Premier Realty Group, and he's representing Wadena County. We are representing 5 counties here where this money raised stays in these 5 counties to help with all the services we've been talking about throughout the day.
Yeah, Douglas County, Todd County, we've got Wadena County, Grant County, and Otter Tail County that we are covering. So the more the better, because that's a lot of people to take care of. Have not, someone said Corey is supposed to be there at 4, not 3. So that's why we're not hearing from Corey right now.
There you go. Well, that would be why. So, hey, Kyle, maybe we touch base with you up in the K106 Superstation Studios in Wadena. You've been a part of this Radiothon for a long time. You probably heard the donation that Mary Campbell made in honor of Rick Youngbauer, a longtime friend of yours, and another do-gooder in that Wadena area.
Yeah, Mary's fantastic. She's always, been a huge supporter of Radiothon and a supporter of all of our markets here in the northern part of Minnesota. And Rick was a special guy.
Yeah, we were sad to hear about his passing, and it's so cool. I mean, Mary has brought this donation in every year. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Kyle, what a great day so far. We're down to 3.5 hours. And at last total, we counted up, we were just under $38,000. Last year, we raised $54,000. I think we're well on our way to eclipsing that $54,000, but we've got to keep up the donations, keep them fast and furious here for the next 3.5 hours.
Yeah, and it's with all the technology, it's gotten so easy to donate. Again, you can text to that number and get the link to donate. I donated the old-fashioned way, went online, used the website link, donate now. Very simple to do that. You can call and make that pledge. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible because every single dollar makes a difference.
That's exactly right. All right. We are going to take our 3:20 break, Kyle. I know we're a little late for that, but let's take it now as you're listening to the Radiothon to End Child Abuse on 100.7 Kick FM, Cool 94.3, and Superstation K106.
Affect your coverage and your costs. That's why at Radio Insurance, we meet face-to-face with Medicare clients, walking through the details and helping you find the plan that works best for you. You don't have to know all the ins and outs. We do, and we'll help you navigate the process. We get to know you. We know what your risks are, so we can protect you better. Put the problem-solving people to work for you. Double I. Iverson Insurance, with offices in Parker's Prairie, Miltona, and Alexandria.
Julia owed the IRS thousands.
I was paralyzed with fear.
Then
I heard a commercial for Optima Tax Relief.
Hi, Kick FM.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, is this Matt?
This is Matt. Who's this?
My name's Ben.
Hi, Ben. Bend over. No. Okay. Ben, what's going on?
No. The company I work for would like to make a donation.
Okay, what is it?
The company is Advantage Mechanical.
Advantage Mechanical. Where are you guys in, Ben?
We're out of Becker, Minnesota.
Oh, Becker?
Oh, I'm a Monticello grad. I know where Becker is.
Yeah. Okay, Ben. So what do you got for us, buddy?
We would like to pledge $600.
Oh, wow! Well, tell us more about your business for people that are in that Becker, Monticello, Big Lake area.
It's a small business. Blake and his wife Lucy started the business maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're a small company right now, and they're really great to work for. And I just called them a couple minutes ago because I was on my way home and heard the Radiothon going on. So Blake was all in. He wants to donate. So
We
That's
really
amazing.
appreciate that. Hey, Ben, how are you listening to us right now? Do you listen to us on the app, or are you listening
Or
to us
where
on the
you-
car radio, or what?
car radio.
Okay, man. Well, thank you so much for that donation, and tell your company we really appreciate it. We're going to put the money to good use.
Awesome. I know you guys will.
Yeah, and Ben, I didn't mean to make
Thanks for doing that.
Hey, Ben, I didn't mean to make fun of your last name or anything. I thought this was a buddy of mine that was playing a prank on me. So I really apologize for that.
I'm 50 years old. I can take it.
All right, man. I am too. Ben, thank you so much. We appreciate you and Blake and the gang.
Sounds good.
All right, brother.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much.
You
Have a
got
good
it,
day.
my man. Take care.
Yeah. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.
I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was like Corey or something. Oh, this is Ben. Ben Dover. Okay, I need
Way to go, Matt. No, can't hear me? Okay, cool. Good talk.